Hello, hello, hello. Oh, Jesus. I forgot my phone. Did I? No, here it is. Hey, how are you guys? Hi. Surprise! I'm here to do some live card readings. I also have a message for you that came through while I was abroad. And this is a very deep message that I feel a lot of us are going through, are going around this cycle of repeating what could have been and living in that space which is created in your own mind instead of creating what you want to create in life. So, yay, here we go. Let me tell you again. I'm just looking here on my cell phone for my group so I can see your comments, because you guys know that comments don't usually show up for me um, on here. All right, so say hi if you're here, and also if you want a card read, a message for you, then put it in the comments. It's Friday night. I am so excited to be here. I haven't done this on an evening like this in a long time, so I'm really excited to see who shows up, who's just hanging out at home and sees me and wants a message. So, yay! Here we go. The message. I was recently in Italy, and if you guys read my chapter on the voyage and the return, which is a multi-author book that you can get on Amazon, you may know my story that 25 years ago I had a huge awakening, except I didn't know it was my awakening back then. I didn't do anything with it. There was no such support or videos or people talking about this like it's happening now. That you can just do a research and you get like tons and tons of people talking about the same thing. You get support. You get to see that you're not the only one, right? Well, this was not the case 25 years ago. The other thing is I didn't realize it was 25 years ago. But anyway, when I traveled to Italy 25 years ago, the nation and me were completely different than what they are now. So I'm a completely different person now, and my experience there was completely different, complete opposite of what it was the first time. And that really hit me, and I got the download that I needed to speak with you about this, because here's the story, okay? So I'm going to briefly tell you a little bit about my experience 25 years ago. It was amazing. Everyone was welcoming. People were amazing. The feeling of the energy just being there made me feel like I was home. A feeling that I had not received or felt anywhere else that I had traveled. And I had traveled to different states within the US, different countries within the European Union, and I'm from Chile, right? So I had not felt that, and it felt like, oh my gosh, I need to move here. I did move there. I lived there for about 9 months, and I came back. But here's the thing: while I was there, a lot of little miracles happened, and each one was like one after the other, and it was easy. It was just flowing, and I followed it. And that's what got me to move through the difficulties that I was experiencing in my life 25 years ago. And it was an amazing experience. I went back now, 25 years ago, from since I've been there, and I noticed the people being stressed or being rude, if I may say so. Not to me, but I noticed it because I was people watching. So I was watching the people who worked there. They had this energy of frustration with what was happening, or with other people, with tourists, with clients, with customers. There was this different energy of rush, of moving people, kind of like, no offense, because I grew up in New York and I love New York, but kind of like the energy that you may feel in New York, where you, especially if you go out to dinner on a Friday or Saturday night, when everything is like the peak of the hour and everything is really busy, and you feel like everything is just being pushed so that you can be out of that place so someone else can sit. That's the feeling I got. And it was, I mean, there were so many things that happened, and I don't want to take the time to explain that right now. But what I did want to tell you, the message that came through, is we have experiences in our lives. And some of them, we may judge them as being good experiences or bad experiences or not so good experiences, right? And we hold on to those experiences as a Bible, just to say, right? Like this is written in stone. And if it's a good experience, we hold on to that memory as like, wow, that was amazing. And then we begin to create what could have been, what could have happened if we had stayed in that space, in that energy, with that person, in that job, whatever it is that your story is, right? And we begin to dream about how great things could be in contrast to whatever it is that we're experiencing right now. So if you're experiencing something right now that does not feel good, and you're going back to a time in your life, it could be 1 year or 5 years or 25 years or 40 years, whatever it is for you, and you're holding on to that memory and you're creating, oh, what could have been if I had stayed with that person, right? Let's say you met someone and um, you had a crush on each other maybe, and it never went anywhere, and then you both went your separate ways, and you never forgot them. Or maybe you did forget them and you got in with your new partner and had life, and then it didn't work out. And then we go back to like, oh, I remember that person that I met when I was in fourth grade. Yes, I'm making it really funny because that's how we are, right? What could have been if I had been with that person, if things went on, right? And that is just a creation of your own imagination. You are living, you're bringing yourself back to a moment in the past where things were great, where you felt amazing, where you thought that there was like a great projectile of your life if you went that way, and you're creating what could have happened. Oh, maybe if we got together, I would have been in that family. Oh, and that person is, I don't know, successful now, or they live in this place and I've never been to that place and I would like to be in that place and it would be great. And we start creating that. And all of these things I just said are created in our imaginations as like what could have happened. And what that does is it creates a false story of what could have been, but it's not real. It doesn't happen. It's the past, right? It never happened. That could have been never happened, but we're creating it and we're holding on to that story as if it still could happen. And the reason it cannot happen is the way that you're imagining it is because that was you and those circumstances or that person or that job or that place that you're living back then. That's you back then with those people back then. And just like I have evolved and changed so much in this past 25 years, I am no longer the same person that experienced that 25 years ago. And so even if I went back in my mind thinking, oh, maybe I could live here. Maybe, if I could go into that other job or whatever it is, right? That my mind is creating now as of what could have been in the past, it cannot be. But we're holding on to that memory because we're holding on to the feeling that we remember of being happy at that point. And so just as easily as we create that type of story of what could have been, and it can't happen because you're no longer that person. You are you now. You are a different person now than you were back then. Then it keeps you from moving forward in the now. The now is all that exists. The now is all you have. From here, from now, you can start thinking, imagining, creating anything in your thought, your visual boards, your affirmations of what you want your life to be, not going back to, oh, that wonderful feeling I had. Okay, I can bring that. I would like to have that feeling again here, but with me, with the me that I am right now, with the people that I have right now, with the resources that I have right now, not specifically with the same people, same places, same food, same jobs that were available back then. You can do that, but you do it now and you begin to create in the now for what you want in your future. Everything you think about and you put your passionate feeling is what you create. That's your creation. Your creation is imagining it, right? So children, what do? They imagine things, they play, and you can see them playing with nothing. Their imagination, right? Their invisible friends, whatever it is, they're creating like, oh, I have a shop and I'm selling food or I'm making food, and it's all the plastic toys that you see. But in their minds, they are creating it, right? And it's true for them in that moment. That's all there is. It's the moment. So if you have been holding on to a moment, a person, a job, a place, whatever it is from your past, and again, your past is yesterday, right? But if you're holding on to something that happened previously in your life, like let's say a year, 2, 5, 10, 25, right? Whatever it is, that's the moment, that's the place that brought you that feeling of feeling safe and feeling home. If that is you, and you're thinking or attaching to that past, let go of it. Let go of it for what it was. You can be there as a reminiscent, beautiful memory of that. And now bring yourself to the present and begin to create from here, from now, with the new you, because you are new. You're a new person from even yesterday. You're new. You have every day, you start again, you start new. So choose to create what you want to create in the now so that you can make your future something that you actually are able to take action on. So let's make believe again that I was dreaming of, oh, I wanted to live in Italy and the feeling was amazing. And I go back and I experience it and I don't have that same feeling of being welcome or people being so nice, right? I have a different feeling, a different experience. That's not the experience I had 25 years ago. I could be creating a story of like, that's the place for me to be based on who I was and what that place was 25 years ago, not what it is now. I am in a different timeline. I am a different person. So are you. So let go of that beautiful memory, whatever it is that you have, as wow, I experienced that. That was amazing. And now bring yourself to the present, this present, and begin to create your future, your tomorrow, by what you're putting in here, right? And what you're putting in here in your mind, begin, if you haven't already, to put things that you actually want without the lack. So begin to dream what it would feel like to be in a rewarding relationship, be in a place where you have love and peace and joy. Begin to imagine what it feels like to be abundant, to feel like, oh my gosh, I love this place. I would like to travel there. And you have the money or the means, the how to do it. Begin to feel like, oh, what would it be like if I chose that? And just begin to dream that in the now, and you will see how you begin to create and bring that into your life by what you're creating now. If you stay in the past, oh, it could have been, and then you create the story from the you before, from the past you, then you cannot create a new future from here. Does that make sense? Because you're not starting from where you are, from who you are here. You are starting from the past memory of what you were, that you aren't anymore. And that's similar to wanting to create a new story for someone else, right? Because you are the creator of your own experience, of your own life. You can create what, and you do every day, whether you know it or not, your own life experience. But you cannot change or create an experience for, let's say, your children, or your husband or wife or partner, or the people that you work with. You cannot create for them because they're the creators of their own reality. You are the creator of your own reality. So the only thing that you have The power to do is to change you, to create what you want. And if you have a mission of wanting to help others and guide others into their own better life, whatever better means to you, then you do that by changing yourself and leading by example. You do that by showing them how you did it, by just being you, by putting the energy into you, into your own healing, and then leading by example without needing to teach or show others or tell them what to do, by just being. And then people notice and they're like, how did you do that? Or how did you move from that challenging situation to this? How did you do that? And then that's when you can start sharing of the how, but not by trying to tell them what to do, because they're not ready, right? You're teaching by being you, by doing the inner work on yourself, by changing your own reality, and then beginning to see everything around you change. Let me know if you have any comments or any questions on that. Also, if you're here, say hi, and let me know in the comments if you want a card, because I am pulling cards after I finish this message. And I don't see any messages right now, just in case, letting you know, because it doesn't show me anything. All right. What else? Oh, okay. So this is the second part of the message. So I hope the first part of the message was clear. And if you have questions, let me know. And I'll try to be more clear by explaining it differently. The second part of it is trust. This is one of the biggest things that people have difficulty trusting themselves, trusting that they're on the right path, trusting that they have a gift to share, trusting that what they're seeing or feeling is real, right? It's that trust. So what happens is that the second part came through as, if you are experiencing your own gift, your own awareness, your own, wow, I can do that. Oh, wow, I can see that. Or wow, I knew that before someone told me, right? So those are the types of things that you can see. Then, oh my gosh, all these messages just popped up on my phone. Yay! I'll read them in a second to see who's here. Finally, there was like nothing there. And then all of a sudden it just popped up. If you are, now I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? I completely lost my train of thought. Okay, so I'm going to read the comments. Oh, I know. I got it. If you have that thought or feeling or knowing that you have a specific gift, and let's say things are not working out for you the way that you were expecting them to, or things are just not showing up for you the way that you thought they were going to go, and you're feeling discouraged, or you're feeling like, maybe this is not for me. Maybe I can't do it. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe this is the wrong path. These are all questioning your own being, feeling that you're not good enough to do whatever it is that you're coming into realization that you're able to do or share. Know that all of those feelings of, I'm going to say, inadequacy, that you can't, like, you don't know what it is, or like you don't know if you can do it, and maybe you should just quit this now while you're ahead. Or maybe you tried it and you're going down and things are not moving as they were before. Those are just parts of your own journey. If you're going up and down, if things are not moving as fast as you thought, if things are not working out, but you have that gift, that knowing that you have something else to give, something to share, something to teach, something to help others with, it is not that you're in the wrong path. It is that it's part of your learning journey. It's part of you growing so that you can be bigger, stronger, more powerful when you come out on the other side. Does that make sense? So it's not for you to give up, because everyone has their own unique gift. Everyone has their own unique something to give, to share. Everyone. And it's unique to them. It's unique to you. You have your own unique gift in your own perfect way that fits you. And if you have that, which you do, it means there's people out there who match your perfect energy, the way that you say things, the way that you see things, the way that you can explain things. There are people out there that can match your vibration that, are waiting for you to show it and share it so that they can be helped. You do not wake up to an awareness of what you're able to do without there being the match on the other side of like, ooh, I've been waiting for you all my life, or I've been waiting for you this past 3 months where I just woke up. They're there, and they're there to match you and balance you. The energies balance themselves. And here's the last thing, the last part of the download that showed up is we are always going to receive exactly what we need. Not necessarily what we want, but what we need. And it's coming at the pace, at the exact pace that we will flourish the best. So if it's not happening for you, it might be that there's something else for you to go through before it happens for you. It might be that there's a lesson in it of maybe the lesson is not that you have to be better, but maybe the lesson is that you need to actually trust yourself and believe that you can do it. Maybe the lesson is to go through the struggle because that's what you'll be teaching in how to move through the struggle. Does that make sense? So everything is divinely organized, orchestrated for you to be able to shine your light. So don't give up. So that felt like it's a really, really strong, important message for you to receive right now, because it feels like the energy has been really polarizing within ourselves. And that means us doubting ourselves, us wanting to kind of like let go or surrender. But here's the key to letting go and surrendering. I like to use the word allowing better than surrendering. Surrendering is a very masculine part of ourselves, right? And that's the male part of us, or the masculine side of us. And the allowing is more of the feminine side. So I like to say allowing. Allow yourself to be guided. But here's the key. You must ask. You must choose first what you want to be guided on. So let's say you are at a horse farm and you don't know what to do. You don't know if you need to be the rider or the trainer or the caretaker of the horse. Maybe you're the one who takes care of everything else and bring the food and clean the poops in the stables. Maybe that's the part that you're supposed to be doing. And you don't know which one of this, but you know you're supposed to be there in this stable. And then you're asking, okay, tell me what to do. Tell me where to go. You need to choose it first. You need to be like, I actually don't really want to clean the poop, but I would love to take care and brush the horse's hair. I would love that. That would make me feel so connected and so amazing. That would be my preference in here. So you choose that, and then you ask for guidance in that. And if that is not your best path, then you will be guided through what you chose to the path that is in your best interest, or the path that your soul is wanting you to go. So let's say I'm like, okay, I really want to take care of the horse and brush the hair and maybe feed it or whatever. And you start doing that and it makes you feel good. And while you are doing that, you meet someone who wants to teach you about how to go and rescue horses in different places. And that was not even part of the 5 things that I mentioned. And he's like, oh yeah, I would like to do that. And now I know how to take care of the horse. So if I saw a horse that needed help, I would know what to do. So that would be like your training. You chose what you felt brought you the most joy, and you did it. And then you learned something that you didn't know you were going to learn. And then once that part happened, then the next opportunity showed up for you. But now you have the skills to do that, which you wouldn't have had those skills had you sat back and wonder which one of these 5 things should I do? Which one of these 5 paths is the best one for me? It's always the one that brings you the most joy in the moment until it doesn't bring you the most joy anymore. Then you switch. That's from Bashar, straight from Bashar. So that's how you do it. So many people, and I see this with my clients, are like, tell me what to do. Which one is it? I'm letting go. I just want to be guided. Okay, guided where? On which path? You must do that first step and choose something, anything, whatever's bringing you the most joy. And then the guidance comes in, then the push comes in, then the downloads or the whispers show up like, actually, if you start here, then we can go there. But you have to make the first decision. It's not just asking, but asking on something that you're feeling, that you feel that maybe this is the best choice out of all the choices that I can see for myself right now. Choose something and you will move so much faster. I promise. Okay. All right. I am done with the downloads. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that it made sense to you. And now I'm going to read your messages. Hi, Nicolette. Yay. I'm reading over here because, hi, Valerie. Love hearing you speak of the voice. Oh, yes, the voice. Yes, the voice in the return. My first book. Thank you for that, Valerie. I haven't caught you live in so long. That's because I haven't been live in so long. I really haven't. I have been really taking care of myself and my energy. And one of the greatest things that I feel about having my own business with this is that I get to choose when I show up, and I am not allowing the energies of you must do A, B, and C, which is a lot of that out here in the internet of like, you must show up every day, you must post every day. Yeah, that might work for some people, but I am really working on myself, on being part of my feminine, which is allowing myself to take care of me first so that I can serve you better. Okay. Hi, Marjana. Okay, Nicolette, what you're sharing reminds me of the book The Midnight Library. Never heard of it. Maybe I need to look at that. Valerie, I would love a card. Okay. Hi, Jessica. I would like a card pull. Great. And Nicolette, I would love a card. Marjana, the message is spot on. Oh, I'm so glad. Just what I needed. Thank you. I would like a card. Okay, so I'm going to start with the first person who asks for a card, and that's Miss Valerie. By the way, how do you like my office? I've been working on my office all weekend. I painted my wall. It's now lavender. I love it. I'm so excited. Look what I have here. Oh no, yeah. Look what I have here. This is my chakras. What do you call that? My chakra thing. My friend Maggie gave that to me. Okay, so, and I have here my cards. Yes. Okay, so this is the one that they're asking me to work on. Very excited. Okay, fabulous. All right, so Valerie, I don't see a specific question. So what does Valerie need to know for her highest good and the highest good of everyone connected to her? I love how this Facebook Live works on my laptop. Like, it literally says there's 0 viewers and 0 comments going on. Oh, I love this. This is my favorite card of this deck. And this is the card that made me get this deck when I got it. When one of my friends did a live, and I got this card myself, and it spoke so deeply to me, and I had to get it. So the card you got, Miss Valerie, is the Council of Light. Divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle, and I just dropped it. Sorry about that. Here we go. In the subtle realms. Can you see it? Okay, so what's coming through for you, Valerie, about the Council of Light is to call on them, right? So the Council of Light are ascended masters. Do you see them? So like all these different ascended masters who are on the different realms. I love those lights in the center as well. They're like remind me of the chakras. Maybe it is the chakras. Who knows? But the part that is sticking out for you is the subtle realms, and that is the other side, not the 3D. So they're really asking you to connect, to ask for help, to ask for guidance, um, to the ascended masters, the Council of Light, but also your ancestors. So your grandmother's showing up again really strongly, for you to continue the thread. She's showing me the thread of that communication and receive more. So if it feels like your grandmother, because she's, your family, is kind of like the connection that gets you here. There, I still feel this little bit of resistance of like, oh my gosh, am I good enough to connect with them, right? And I had that feeling when I had the face of Jesus show up for me. I was just starting. I was maybe like 4 or 5 months into my working with someone through this spiritual journey, and I saw his face, and I was like, is that Jesus? And then I was like, it can't be. Why would Jesus show up for me? I don't even go to church. It's exactly what I thought. And then my mentor was like, no, that was him. Like, like, of course you're worthy. And that's what I'm getting from you. This feeling of, can I actually connect with them? Why would I connect with them? Why would they want to help me? Almost kind of like, I don't want to bother them. And they want you to know, and this is for everyone, that we're all the same. Yes, they're the ascended masters. Yes, they're the Council of Light. But so are you. And so is your grandma. So are your ancestors who were crossed over. We're all the same. We're all connected. So there's no such thing as hierarchy on the other side as we see here in the three-dimensional world. And so they want you to kind of like tweak that in your mind, in your consciousness, in your belief, so that you can let go of any resistance and then be able to communicate. It's coming really, really strongly. So it's the whole line of mediumship, connected to not just mediumship for other people or for yourself, but to be able to connect with anyone in order to receive guidance and help. And that's going to really help you in guiding you on your next step, in the next thing that you want to do, your next move, the next thing you want to talk about. So that's what's coming on. So let me know how that feels. Let me see if there are any messages here. All right. All right. Next is Jessica. And then it's going to be Nicolette. So neither one of you are asking for specific questions, just confirming. And let's see, what does Jessica need to know for her highest good and the highest good of everyone connected to her? Oh yeah. Ooh, Jessica. The crumbling. What are you clinging on to? So this really feels like safety and anger. Oh yes, anger. It feels, there's a lot of anger. I saw a little short with, I believe her name is Mel Robbins. I'm going to share because it feels like it's going to help a lot of you. So she's being interviewed by somebody, and she says, yes, I'm going to tell you, when I think she said in 4th grade, someone took advantage of me. And she was talking about that, and you could see and feel, well, at least I could feel, because I feel energy, the anger and disgust that she had for what happened to her through this person. And that was that blame, that pointing the finger, that they did me wrong, which they did. And it was traumatic, yes. But the person who was interviewing her said, okay, did you ask him? Did you tell anyone? And she's like, no. I said, okay, why didn't you? And then she said, I don't know, I didn't feel safe. And he goes, that's the wound. That's the wound. Not, the wound wasn't what happened to her, that she was violated. The wound was that she didn't feel safe to tell someone at that age. And that is going to the deepest part of your core, because what I'm feeling from you, Jessica, is anger towards something or someone. And that anger is the equivalent of Mel being angry at the person who did that to her, not realizing that the wound was actually the deeper thing of she didn't feel safe at that age. So it wasn't what happened, which she'd been talking about healing on it, doing work on that. The actual wound was there was no one there for her. And that's what's showing up for you. So this card, the crumbling, what are you clinging onto? It feels like the blame on the action of something. I'm not saying that anything happened to you, like you did for Mel, but whatever happened, right? It could be like whatever it is that you think it is that you have been putting your focus on, that's not it. It's deeper. So what is the next question? What is it? Why? Why was it that whatever you're angry at, or whomever you're angry at, where did that come from? Like, why are you angry? You're putting the anger there, but it's actually deeper. Does that make sense? So you are being asked to get there, to figure it out, to like, oh, right? Like, wow, didn't know that, didn't think about that. Wow. So that's what they're showing me. That's the crumbling for you. So the crumbling for you is not of like everything is just falling and my life is over, which a lot of people can look at this card that way. But it's more of it's time to get down to the deepest part of what is it that is creating this anger that you're holding on inside. Okay? Let me know how that feels, and if you need any more clarity with that. Woo! All right. Yes, you get to choose when you show up. Yes, thanks for that reminder. When I saw you were live, I was like, how does it get any better? And like, yay! Thank you. Valerie, is this a new space or is it the same room? Doesn't it look like a new space? It's the same room, but now it has my energy. And Kent, did you notice? Did you notice the swirls behind? I painted those. So that wall is still the dusty blue, which the whole room is. But I really wanted the lavender, and so those swirls are in the lavender, and I have the lavender lights, which I can change the color. And then this wall here is lavender. I know you can't really see it because I have the light here, and it's yeah. So amazing, right? I made this space mine in a way that I hadn't been able to do before, and I want to bring this up because I have been moving my office, if you have noticed, from here to there, everywhere. I keep moving, I keep changing, and it's this feeling of like, yeah, this looks great. It's not right. Yeah, this looks great. I don't know about it, right? And I needed to get to where I am now in order to be able to create what I just created. And as you can see, it looks like a completely different place. The energy is so much lighter here, isn't it? It's just vibrant because I cleared a huge wound, and it came from this trip that I just took and letting go of that past that I had been holding on to as like this beautiful little fantasy of like, oh, beautiful place. When instead, now I let go of that, and because I let go of that, I'm able to see like and be grateful for what I have and who I am. And then that's where the creativity came out. So that's what I was talking about earlier also about don't give up if things are not working out, because things will work out exactly on divine timely on divine time. I think it's right. All right, let me see what else it says here. Wow, that was so beautiful. Thank you. You're welcome. And Jessica says, general, please? Well, I just did yours and used general. So let me know how that felt, Jessica, because I already did it. And the next one is Nicolette and then Mirjana. And I'm going to read Mirjana's message after I do Nicolette. And I'm assuming Nicolette also wants a general one. Does Nicolette need to know for our highest good and the highest good of everyone connected to her? Beautiful. Oh! Deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be held. This really feels like it's the exact card that you needed. It feels like these are the exact words that you needed. It feels like this is giving you permission to do this, because it feels like you were already aware of allowing yourself to replenish and nourish yourself, but there was a little dingy something in the back of your head that was pulling at you and kind of judging, like you can't be resting, or you can't take that time for yourself, or you can't do this for yourself because you should be doing something else. It's like in the back of your head, kind of like, you know, when you're like, okay, I'm gonna rest, and I lay down, and then you lay down, you start thinking of all the things that you have to do. Oh, but I should be doing the laundry, or I didn't make dinner, or I pick up the kid, whatever it is. And you're not allowing, and there goes that word again, allowing yourself the actual space to rest. That's what it feels like. So this card for you, Nicolette, feels like it's giving you permission to let go, giving you permission to allow yourself to do whatever it is that you need to do to help you replenish your mind, body, and soul. Now, I took a fabulous bath last night, and you're gonna laugh, because maybe you won't laugh, I don't know. But I usually do Epsom salts, and I was reading or seeing something, I don't know, but this came into my awareness. I was like, I'm gonna try it. It just felt right. So I mixed my Epsom salts with some essential oils, with some baking soda, and with some borax. Yes, I said it. And I remember many years back, I had a friend who said, that she did baths with borax, and I looked at her like, what, is she crazy? That's detergent. That's bad. Anyway. Make a long story short, it came up in all of my holistic things about borax, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna try it. And let me tell you, amazing. So there were little specks, and I'm very skeptical. Okay, just want to tell you, I'm very skeptical. There were little dark specks floating on this water after my 20-minute soak, which I had never seen before, and it's supposed to take and remove toxins and metals or whatever from your body. And I'm there, and I'm noticing that the water's getting darker. I mean, just like a tinge of like darkness. It's still clear, but you know, it wasn't clear. And then I started seeing this little black like things. Like, imagine a mole, like let's say a mole removed itself from your skin and now it's floating in on the water. That's what it felt like. That's what it looked like. And I started looking at them, and then they were like kind of like floating in the water, and they were coming together and attaching themselves, like, and I was like, what the heck? So that happened. And I don't know what it was, but it really felt like things were coming out of my body. And now, because I'm skeptical, I'm going to put some of that borax in some water without me being in it, and see what happens if any of that stuff shows up on the water, or if it actually came out of me, right? Because like I'm telling you, I'm skeptical. So like I do these experiments on myself all the time. Everything that I do, everything that I teach, I always experiment and try it out on myself first. So just letting you know, I'm not recommending you do anything, because I'm still in the experimental phases. If you do the best with these things already, let me know your experience and you know what happened. But yeah, there you go. That's what I did. Anyway, I feel amazing. I felt amazing after that bath. I did take a shower afterwards, because I was like, okay, I don't want any of those little black things like hanging out to my body. So I don't know if that took anything away or whatever, but I did notice that today Oh, and I slept amazing. I slept completely amazing. I slept late. I got up because I had to take my dogs out. Um, and I just really felt like I was integrating something. So yeah, I feel amazing. So I wanted to let you know. Okay. Woo! All right, so that's for you, Nicolette. Deep replenishment. Let me know if there's anything more. Oh, okay. I'm telling you about the bath because a warm bath is coming up for you. That's why I was telling you that. So whether you have a sauna or you have a hot tub or you just have a tub like I do and you want to do that is really coming up for you, and it's coming up in a way of nourishing yourself. So maybe you want to put like flowers or flower petals there. If you don't have anything, don't worry. Just put whatever it is that you want in your water. But that's really coming through as a deep nourishing for you right now, if you would like to do that. All right. Let me know how that feels. Mirjana, I would like a card. I was helping a friend with a job interview, and I'm afraid that I might mess up her interview. Can you ask if she will get the job? Okay. This is interesting because there's so many things that are coming through from your text. When your intentions are good, I was helping a friend get a job or get an interview, then there's no messing up. There's no messing up. You cannot mess it up. Now, I'm afraid I may mess it up. Why are you fearful? The fear is coming because you're not trusting yourself. Will she get a job? That's not something that's being shown to me because it's not about you. It's about them. So it's kind of like your part in it is what you're doing. So all that came through before I even pulled your card. So I'm going to pull a card for you now and see what it says. And I hope that makes sense. Jenna wants to know about her friend. Okay. So, I love this card too. Yes, I love all the cards in here. So the card that you got, Mirjana, is the Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. That means that you are the one who makes things happen. You see that ray of light? That's you. Now, what came through about you cannot mess this up, you cannot do something wrong, right? So you went with your open heart to help your friend get an interview. Good intentions, you're going in that direction. And then something happened, right? Within you, you started doubting yourself. You started doubting what you said, what you did, what you told her, whatever, right? And now you have fear. Oh my gosh, I might have messed this up. Know that the fear isn't real. Know that the fear is something that's being fed through you questioning yourself. When you were in your heart helping your friend, you were in harmony with your friend's energy, with the job, with the things. So you were helping her. If she doesn't get the job, it's because it's not in her highest good to get it. If you, quote unquote, messed it up, it's because you were meant to mess it up so that she wouldn't get the job because it wasn't the best for her. If you didn't mess it up, if she gets the job, it's because you were in your heart, and all of your fears that are rising up now have nothing to do with what is best for her or him. It feels like a her. Okay, so that's what's showing up. Trust you, trust yourself. All of us, everyone who's here, when someone comes to you for help or advice, whether it's a client or it's a friend or an acquaintance, and you just give because they're asking, you are vibrating at a higher frequency than normal. because you are tuning into your heart, which is a high frequency space. Now I need some water. I'm getting really hot. Let me run some energy. Hold on. Okay. I'm just releasing a lot of this energy that I was picking up from you, the fear. So that's what I was had. So all of us, when we're helping somebody and we're in our heart, we're really wanting to help, right? We are raising our frequency. Every time you help somebody, you give to someone, you share with someone, you're in a place of gratitude, you raise your frequency. Whether you know it or not, whether you're doing it on purpose or not, that's what you're doing. So you cannot mess things up for others. And again, when we see evidence of having messed something up, whether it's yourself or someone else, it's because whatever you messed up was not in their best interest. You're helping them. They are choosing you, because remember, they're creating their own reality, to mess it up so that they can be sent back to the best road, the best line. Because they had they gotten whatever it was, it would have been they're derailed. They're showing me like the train's being derailed, and then we're always going to get to where we're supposed to go. It's just, imagine a train being derailed, then that comes with more difficulties and a longer period of time before you get back on track. Does that make sense? So yeah, that's what's showing up. So let me know how that feels. Yay. Let me see. I don't see any other messages. I'm gonna click on this. Oh my gosh, Wade is here! Yay! Hi, Wade. Okay, now I see more messages. Hold on, let's see what it says here. Jessica says, yeah, and like the anger is totally disproportionate, and I believe it stems from childhood. Okay, right on that. That's what just came out, right on that. So that you can get to the bottom of what is causing your anger. It does resonate. Thank you. You're welcome, Valerie. I love the swirls. Yay, me too. The room feels really light and the energy feels so good. Thank you so much, Valerie. I feel that too. Nicolette, yes, that is what I'm doing. Okay, amazing. Wait, hello. Nicolette, I have been allowing myself to rest. Yes, I meditated for 4 hours yesterday. Wow, you're amazing, girl. And took a very long bath and meditated for several hours today. Took a nap today, moving through a lot of healing and grief. Oh, sending you so much love, so much love. Maybe I'll try some borax. Okay. Let me know how it goes. And I did all the things, right? So I had essential oils and borax and baking soda and the Epsom salts, which I ran out of Epsom salts, so now I have to buy some more. I took an hour bath yesterday and it was very calming on my nervous system. That's amazing. I could not take it long. I was like looking at the time to get out after 20 minutes because I think I was kind of like nervous for using the borax. So anyway, but it was really good. Okay, Wade. I would like a card. I feel that it's time for me to prepare to move from around people who are changing up on me. So I'm moving in silence. Wade. People are not changing up on you. You are changing. You are changing. People have always been the same with you. You are the one who's changing, and people are not. They're remaining the same. And because you're more aware of you and your surroundings and the people, it seems to you as if people are changing for you, but they're not. People are just always being the same around you, and you are the one who's evolving and changing. So, food for thought. Let me pull a card for you. What does Wade need to know for his highest good and the highest good of everyone connected to him? Oh, the priestess. Let me read it first and then I'll show you. How are you being called to step up and lead? I cannot make this stuff up. Isn't that perfect for you? Amazing. So you're literally saying I need to move away from these people. And that's what this is telling you, right? How are you being called to step up and lead? Now, here is the guidance that's showing up from this card and from what you asked. You are feeling the need to move away from people because they're no longer resonating with you and where you're going. You're doing the inner work, you're becoming aware, and you're extremely sensitive. And just, this is not from the card, but I'm telling you because I'm feeling it from you. You are a sponge, and you're a very dry sponge that soaks up everybody's energy. And this is one of your gifts. You absorb energy into this dry sponge that becomes swollen with other people's energies, and their energy is not vibrating at the same frequency as yours. And this is why it feels like they're changing up on you, when in reality, you're the one who's changing. You're the one who's aware of it. You're the one who's seeing it. You're the one who's feeling like, I don't really feel like hanging out with you anymore. It's not them, it's you. So tweak that around. Take responsibility for your awareness and moving, right? So you don't want to be pointing the finger at them for changing on you. You're the one who's changing. And you're changing because that's your path, right? And you may feel like they may be doing things that are not as nice towards you, but remember, or actually, no, realize that, no, remember, both of them, that they were doing this all along, and you were allowing them to do it. So it feels like boundaries. It feels like not like people around you letting you down, saying they're gonna do something and then not doing it. I don't know. It just feels like a lot of this, like you feeling let down, and it happened forever. It feels like it happened forever. And now that you're doing the work, now that you're becoming aware, now you're like, what the heck? Why did you do it? Now it's like you're awake. You're awake and you're seeing it. And then to you, it's like, hey, they're changing up on me. No, you're the one who's evolving. You're the one who's aware and awake. You're the one putting boundaries like, hey, forget about that. I don't want that anymore. I'm moving on because enough is enough. I let you step on me for a long time, and now I'm just not going to let you do that anymore. It's important that you understand and remember how these people that you are seeing as changing up on you have done that before. It's important that you realize it, that you remember how and when it happened. And maybe it wasn't all of these specific people right now, and maybe it was other people, and you're repeating the pattern. Because if you don't remember, if you can't piece it together, you're going to repeat the pattern with new people coming on. So this is part of your healing, to realize, oh, wait a second, I'm the one who's aware now. Oh, wait a second, they have been doing this all along. They were doing this before, I just didn't see it, right? Become aware of that so that you can release that pattern and move on. Okay? So that's what's coming up. You are the high priestess. You are being called to step up and lead. And that's leading yourself. It's leading yourself. Where does Wade want to go? All right, let me know how that feels. Whew, it feels like that is it. I don't see anyone else. I don't see any more comments. Obviously, they could come up, but I'm going to go. This has been so much fun. Tomorrow, I'm going on a breathwork retreat. I'm very excited. It's like a whole day, very close to where I live. So everything just aligned perfectly for me. I'm very excited. Everything is happening for me. And you know what? Everything is happening for you too. So very excited to have you here. I'm so grateful for you being here today and playing with me this evening. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.